You guys, right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into cold and flu season this fall. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. And no need for a million different pills or supplements to look out for your health.
With Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Tuesday. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/Tuesday to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
You guys, we love Liquid Death's new flavored seltzers.
Liquid Death is available at your local Amazon, Target, Albertsons, Safeway, 7-Eleven, or Sprouts. You can even rock Liquid Death merch. Did you know that, Esther?
Of course, I have some.
Go to liquiddeath.com/trash to get free shipping on their crazy limited edition merch and apparel.
That's liquiddeath.com/trash to get free shipping on limited edition merch and apparel. Liquid Death, death to plastic, murder your thirst. ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them. Go to ZocDoc.com/trash and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today, and many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/trash. ZocDoc.com/trash. Hi, slugs. I am coming on the road in September. I'll be in Austin, and then I'm coming to Phoenix, Portland, and Seattle. Get tickets at EstherOnIce.com. And my new podcast, my solo podcast, just launched, and you can find that everywhere you listen to stuff. It's called Esther Pavitsky, My Pleasure. So today's guest is from the south side of Chicago.
That's not true.
The west side?
That's not true.
The east side?
Yeah, I'm from the east side of Chicago.
Wait, there is
I'm from the lake.
The lake,
There is no east side.
I'm from about 35 miles in the middle of Lake Michigan.
But you said no to south.
I'm from the near north side.
Wait,
But you're from the north side, dude. You're from like where the quote unquote, are we allowed to say Jews?
Jews.
Yeah.
Can we say that on this podcast?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You're from where those people are from,
Well, the
is what
thing
we
is,
call it.
The Jews went north. I'm like still low north.
You're not as far up as them.
Yeah.
Because you guys didn't have any money.
No.
Right.
But isn't Skokie where like the Holocaust Museum is?
Yeah, so Skokie was the original Jew spot, but then all the Jews got money and they moved to like the nicer places.
And they left you guys behind.
Yeah.
And they left the museum there?
Yeah, they did.
Dude, that's so funny. They're like, leave it in the poor neighborhood. We're not gonna.
Well,
we don't want to buy
honestly,
us.
the property taxes are lower in Skokie, where I'm from, because we have the really nice mall. So maybe that's why the Holocaust Museum is there, because there's low property taxes. Very Jewish stuff.
Yeah.
But so you're from north?
The near north side, actually.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid, I was raised downtown.
Okay.
And it's so funny, on my Wikipedia, somebody picked up, I talked about my mom and I lived in Section 8 for a little while. Which is subsidized housing.
Yeah.
But then they made it sound like I grew up in subsidized housing. They were nice apartments.
That's so funny. My sister and my mom lived in Section 8 in Chicago, too. And it was a really nice
They were nice
building.
apartments. It's just you have to help poor single mothers out. So she needed the help. But they make it sound on Wikipedia, if you read it, it's like I grew up in Cabrini Green. They make it sound like, it's like, no. We were fine. But no. We grew up in subsidized because my mom was a single mom. Look at that. It's right there. Section 8 housing.
Wait, do you know the address? Was it?
1111 North Dearborn.
Oh my God! You lived where my sister and my mom lived.
Are you serious?
Yes, 1111 North Dearborn. You literally grew up in the same building where my sister and mom lived, when my mom was supposedly like a single hoe, by the way.
By the way, all women that live in those apartments are hoes.
Is that the criteria to get approved?
That's single hoe status over there. It's like cokehead finance guys and single hoes. I don't know what it is these days, but
That's great. They talk a lot about how that was a really nice building.
it was. I mean, they're all everything in that area in the Gold Coast is like, it's nice. It's all. I don't know what they look like now. They probably are all the same.
Maybe we are more similar than I thought.
What if we're related?
Oh my God, we're cousins. We're cousins.
Cousin. Hi, cousin. You know, people call each other cousin. That creeps me out. Like on The Bear. You
The
watch
show The Bear? I haven't yet. But
He refers to his cousin he calls him cousin, and it drives me nuts.
What, like Cousin Andrew?
No, he just says cousin. They call each other cousin. And I love the show.
That's a very like island thing too.
Yeah, hey cuz, bruh. Gonna go surf today, bruh, cuz? Yeah, they call each other cousins, Jeremy Allen White. I don't know the other actor's name, but the show is great.
Maddie's in it, right?
Yeah, I think he EP'd it or something. I think Maddie's got something to do with the production of it.
Well, you know, we call Maddie Big Esther on the show.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? You guys are the same size, about?
Now, is there like awkward vibes here? Because it's like,
Why?
like, that's like your co-host's ex.
Who? Carlos?
Who are we talking about? Me?
Yeah.
He's my co-host.
No.
I'm
So are you saying, is it weird because of her and Bobby?
Yeah.
Only if you want. Do you want it to be weird?
Yes, obviously. Who wouldn't?
No, it's not going to be. We connected probably differently than most of Bobby's friends would have connected with her because we talked real human life shit.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying by that?
Well, you're also a guy that can talk to women like have
a
real
human being?
Yeah.
we had some moments that genuinely bonded us a lot. I mean, look,
Like difficult life moments where we would have to call each other every day for a week and
go over
process stuff.
Oh.
So it's just more grounded. So that's not awkward at all. I mean, our relationship probably will never change.
Yeah.
But also, you are so fun to party with.
I'm a fun little party boy.
What are you guys talking about?
None of your business, and you're not invited when we do. Can you imagine, though, if we do party together, do you think you'd even show up? Like, what would the chances if we said, hey, text Esther that you'll never come?
Honestly, though, you guys, I would, because I like both of you, and neither of you are annoying, and so I would go to that.
But be honest, though. How quickly are you going to leave? What's the time frame that you stay?
It'll be like in my head when I'm on my way, I'll be like, only an hour.
I'm just going to keep baiting you in. Like, Esther, 10 more minutes and I swear we'll make out. 10 more minutes and I swear we'll make out.
Okay, also, by the way, Santino, you posted your teenage dirtbag photos. Did you see my comment?
No. What, on TikTok?
Yeah.
I don't really run anything on there. I just put it up.
Wait, I want to know, what does it say?
Well, I look so ugly. You want to talk about an uggo.
Literally, when he was a teenager, hotter than I expected.
No.
Yes.
I want to see it.
There, you see it right now. Somebody from TikTok reached out and was like, you got to post some of your photos. Look at that. Who am I? Little gangster boy? Goatee?
Oh, I like that one.
A
Hotter
goatee
than I
guy?
expected.
Were you
And
wearing
that's me
Tim's in
fighting
that
Hitler.
picture?
Look at that. That's my high school. Pause that if you can. That's my senior picture. Look at the frosted bangs. Go for it, kiddo. And my mother made me shave because in high school I had facial hair since I was 14. I started growing. So that, like, with me with the goatee was me that's probably 16 or 17 right there. And then I almost always had facial hair. And then my mother would make me shave for photos. That was when we were in London. That was us at Madame Tussauds. You want to talk about white trash? You go overseas to go to Madame Tussauds.
I have been to the Madame Tussauds in London
That's
with
so
my
trash.
high school.
Why? And of course I wanted a picture of me fighting Hitler. And my mom took that photo. You know what? Esther, that was before I even knew you, and that's why I knew at some point in my life.
You saved me.
I saved you, and I heard him there.
Where are your teenage dirtbag?
Yeah, what's
photos?
up? Where are your little nasty photos?
They're like, I didn't post them. I don't know. Honestly, sometimes I look at my teen photos and I'm like, I look too good. Like, it's too good for the internet.
Okay.
I was
Do you
talking
have teen
to
photos?
Lisa Traeger, and she was like, I remember Esther as the girl who had gorgeous long hair, who refused to ever put it on a ponytail. But one day she had a crush on a boy who was in theater or something like that.
Yeah.
And ever since then, you would wear it up in like this bun.
Ooh.
And she always remembered you as being a tiny little siren.
Oh my
and
god,
a temptress.
Lisa. She was in the class where I met and fell in love with my high school boyfriend, who has now blocked me on all.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I drive by his house. I don't know. I'm just like really obsessed with him. He dumped me my senior year, and I like can't get. I'm not over it.
What do you think it was? What do you think triggered him to dump you? Because I can tell you. What do you think seriously it was that ended the relationship?
I was mentally ill.
Oh, well then he should. Then you know what? Then shame on him.
I know.
Mental illness is real.
We have to.
Was he? Let me guess. Well, he wasn't Jewish.
He was like me. He was half.
Right, because not Jewish.
Yeah.
And it's we'll beep it out.
Okay.
What's his last name? Beep it out. What?
Beep it out?
Yeah, beep it out. Don't you say beep it out?
Do you say bleep?
Oh, do I say beep? I say beep it. Wait.
It's
Oh
cute.
my God, it's embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, beep it out. Beep.
It is both cute and embarrassing.
Beep it out. Beep it out.
I have a very important question.
Time out real fast.
Were you a hot guy in high school?
No. Real fast, though. The tone is what? When you blank out a cuss word on a album or a song, what's the tone of the sound? What is it?
Beep.
It's beep, isn't it? It's not. It doesn't go bleep.
But it also doesn't really go beep. It goes
Yes, it does.
boop.
Oh, it's boop.
Yeah.
Boop. Yeah, we should say boop. So boop that out.
Okay.
What was I in high school? I was not hot. No. I had big, I mean, look at my high school for that last one. I had big ears. I was tall and skinny, so that was attractive to girls maybe.
Did you get girls? Like, were you a hot guy at your school?
No. There were some we had some hot guys, dude.
Chicago has hot
Brad,
guys.
I'm trying to think of Brad. I shouldn't say his last name anyway. Soccer guys were the hottest guys at our
Soccer
school.
guys.
They were
Yeah,
so
you know
hot.
why? Small chest, big butt,
Big
bigger
butt,
dicks.
Big dicks.
Oh my God.
We had a kid named Kyle. Boop out his. I can't say his last name. Kyle was known as the elephant. He had a big old fucking dick. Everybody knew it. And
Everyone
he was
has that
so
one
hot.
guy.
Oh.
For us at Blair High School, it was.
Had a thumper, huh?
I mean, just like. Not even like it was like an appendage. It really looked like an extra octopus arm. But see, Esther, look, I think that I was very much on my way to what I thought was becoming a young gay teenager. Look at all the naked women.
No,
on
I
my
used to get
wall.
high with this girl.
Whoa.
I know who this girl is. I used to get high with her.
Khalyla,
I
you
100%
had
know this
naked
girl.
women too?
Everywhere. I used to get Playboy magazines. I never shoved them under my bed. I used to display them in my room.
Did every high school have a big dick kid? Because now I'm realizing I was left out of that conversation at my high school.
Well, the dick was the size of you, so they were afraid it was going to threaten your existence.
It's probably bigger than your whole body. Look at my whale tail.
Whoa, that's sexy.
Oh, that's
That is sexy.
literally in style right now.
Wait, what is that shirt? What brand of shirt was that? What's
Probably
that?
something that cost $4.99 at the
Right.
Pasadena Mall. But the whale tail was the headline.
That was the
here.
move back then.
Yeah, and my belly button ring, and I had my eyebrow pierced, my tongue pierced.
Oh my God, the tongue pierced girl. Boy, do I love her. You remember that girl?
I always wanted to be the tongue.
But
Do I
you-
have any chance?
No chance. It's just not your personality.
I don't think so either.
You could
I was
still
a
pierce your tongue
girl.
today
Yeah.
and look normal. If you did it, honestly, I'd be so bummed out.
It'd make you sad.
Well, I just think you'd be like too into Molly or something. I'm like, Esther's changing in a weird, bad way.
Yeah.
She's getting into psychedelics too, and it's creepy. She's going to a lot of raves.
It's sad.
It'd be sad at our age.
Oh, fuck. Really?
We're older, dude.
Okay.
You
But I
can't-
feel like you could just. Yeah, I think there's a way in.
For Esther,
Yeah, we just you just.
I just don't. I think your personality is so. Your style and your personality, it works. It's done. You did it.
Okay,
You
okay.
can't change again. I think you're done.
Okay.
I think it's because it's very clear what you are.
Yes.
You have a very, very clear brand,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you are. It
Like
is.
the hot
which is a good
chick?
thing.
It's not the hot chick.
No.
It's your brand.
beach babe?
Your brand is like the chill, sweet cutie.
But
Okay, okay.
unassumingly
Chill, sweet
hot.
cutie. What the fuck, Carlos? Don't what me. She's not a chill,
Chill?
sweet. Well, you guys' relationship is toxic. That's your problem.
Oh, wait. I have a question. Is Esther chill with everyone else?
She's chill with me, but maybe it's because she knows better than to not be chill with me.
Khalyla, you pretty much use your athletic greens every day.
Every single day. And when I'm not at home, I take the packets with me. This is how I start my day. This is an indispensable part of my day. I love the way it tastes. I use my little matcha stirrer. I put a little scoop in cold water, and it's so good. And I feel so generally good about myself.
I have to say, it's just so convenient that you're literally absorbing 75 high quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens, all to help you start your day right. So for me, I'm very lazy and I don't want to think ever. So for me, the fact that I have a little packet of AG1 on my counter, I grab that. I know now I don't need to keep track of what I'm eating. Like, I can have pizza and I'm like, I'm good. I already had my nutrition for the day.
Yeah, and if you're somebody on the go, this just eliminates all planning or thought around, or even guilt about not getting your greens in or your vitamins and minerals. It's lifestyle friendly whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free. And it contains less than 1 gram of sugar.
Something I really like about AG1 is that it's actually way more affordable, because if you were to buy out all these supplements separately, it would just be way too confusing and way too pricey. But this ends up costing you less than $3 a day, and you get everything in one fell swoop. And it doesn't taste bad, which I was so hard for me to actually believe that when you told me that. But it has like some kind of like apple juice concentrate or something in it, and it tastes good.
It's so mild tasting.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's refreshing even.
They nailed it.
And right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the flu and cold season. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That is it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health.
And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Tuesday. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/Tuesday to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
My most favorite sound in the world. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
Oh, the rush of dopamine that gives me, if that's how that really works.
And it's 90 degrees outside. It's been such a warm week here in LA. And I swear to you guys, nothing quenches my thirst quite like this beautiful green tall boy.
Drinking water out of a can has actually made me a better human. And I can't scientifically prove it, but I feel it. What's more important than feelings? Why is it called liquid death?
Because it's death to plastic, Esther.
That's right. And 10% of the profits from every can sold are donated to help kill plastic pollution.
And by the way, you guys, this is usually what you see, this white tall boy. But now Liquid Death has all sorts of really amazing tasting
3 new flavors.
sparkling waters. The one I have here is Severed Lime.
There's Mango Chainsaw and Berry It Alive. And all of their flavors have 3 grams of agave nectar in them. I really, personally, my favorite is lime. Dude, when I mix the lime Liquid Death seltzer with a splash of cranberry juice, it is the perfect dream mocktail. Like, that really, like, helps me just get in the zone at night. Also, it's a good replacement, like, for soda. If you're trying to kick soda, you have to replace that habit with something better that's still going to make you happy, but that's better for you. These are perfect for that.
And also, like, for me, I'm not particularly, like, a heavy drinker. But so when I go to social events or parties and I never know what to do with my hands, this is a good solution to that. I always have this really cool can in my hand and no one gives a shit.
You see these cans popping up everywhere. Liquid Death is available at your local Amazon, Target, Albertsons, Safeway, 7-Eleven, or Sprouts. But that's not all, because now you can rock Liquid Death merch.
That crazy logo you know and love is now available on sweatshirts, hats, even license plate holders, Esther.
And bitch, don't you dare pay for shipping, okay? Go to liquiddeath.com/trash to get free shipping on their crazy limited edition merch and apparel. That's liquiddeath.com/trash for free shipping on their crazy limited edition merch and apparel.
Liquid Death, murder your thirst.
Actually, on my way over here, I had a topic to bring up, which was Carlos has BDE from his time working at the dog rescue.
Oh, wow.
What is that? What do you mean BDE?
Wait, I
Am
think this is
stupid?
minorly abusive, by the way. It's
What's BDE?
Just big dick energy. He has soccer boy energy.
No, he does, but he has a nice cock.
He used to work at a dog rescue, and he's really good with dogs, and I think that's very BDE.
Yeah, people that love dogs, I think, have secure cocks.
Even dudes who love cocks.
Oh my god, you gagged after.
Dudes who love cocks.
I didn't know I wanted to say cocks or cats. But I think dudes who like cats, even bigger dicks.
Even bigger dicks to guys who like cats.
Yeah, because guys who like cats are secure. They are not like yearning for attention. They just know they're okay with getting it whenever the cat needs
Yeah,
you.
I
Mark
was just
Maron.
going to say Mark Maron. But then there's sad cat guy. So sad dog guy doesn't exist, but sad cat guy definitely exists. That's
There's a
the problem.
fine line.
Yeah.
I think sad dog guy is a thing.
No, because
No.
there's the sad cat guy will eventually have 19 cats.
Yeah, that's very, very sad.
I
And
would
sad
date
dog
him.
and dog guy who had 19 dogs, fun guy.
Yeah.
What does he have a
Also-
rescue at his house now? He's a fucking
That's like
mega
an old
babe.
guy in
Have
the
you guys-
desert.
Yeah, that
Have
guy's
you-
the shit.
Have you guys ever heard of this artist named Louis Wayne?
No.
I think that's his name. Well, over time, he grew like he initially had one cat. And it turns out that there is something in the feces of the cat that alters your brain chemistry.
Yes,
and
yes.
over time, he kept hoarding cats. He became crazier and crazier. And then his art started to become even wilder and wilder over time. So at first, he was just drawing like a basic cat. And then it turned into these like psychedelic cats.
Because the cat
So in cat fecal matter, I swear to God, this is real. I do know what you're talking about.
Toxoplasmosis.
Yes.
Dave has mentioned this too.
So it literally does change the chemistry in your brain.
Right, so that's why they say pregnant women should not
be around
clean the
cats.
litter because toxoplasmogandhi, I think, is the.
Will you say cock again?
That's all she really wants. Say cock again, please. What's the ugliest word a male genitalia can be referred to?
It's probably the Filipino word for it.
What is it?
Utin,
Otin. Ugh.
with an N, utin.
Ugh. Otin. That does not sound good.
We're not making up ones like duty stick or anything.
Duty stick.
Duty stick.
Is that that's an anal dick always? Why is it called a duty stick?
Because you said the worst thing it could be, and I'm like, poop, and it's a stick.
What do
Yeah.
you think?
I mean, that one probably takes the cake. No, I just think like I'm talking about in referential terms of like penis, cock, schlong,
Hog.
dick, wiener, hog. Like, what do you think is the most gross of those? Because like, what's the worst name for a vagina? Do you think?
Oh,
Like, what bothers you the most?
Pee-pee hole?
Pee-pee hole?
the
Esther, what
Kester,
is
the
wrong
pee hole
with
is
you?
not even the vagina.
I know, that's why it's a bad one.
Oh yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
like pussy, cooch,
Cooch
gash.
is fine.
What about
Gash
gash?
is pretty bad.
Gash is
Yeah.
bad.
You do not dare.
Hey, I'm not referring to your gash. I'm just saying gashes in pussy, cooch, gash, slit.
Slit's okay.
Slit's kind of nice.
Also, an Asian slur, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is. But can you say that to an Asian girl about her vagina?
A slit.
I'm licking your slit, you slit, you dirty little slit. What's the worst word then? What bothers you the most?
Beaver.
I see minge on there. That's
Minge.
not
I love
good.
minge.
Minge
Minge
is great.
is so
That's the
great.
British
It's a
word.
UK word.
Yeah.
You like minge?
Minge is so good.
That doesn't sound cute. That sounds like it could be a dog's name.
It sounds like gringe.
And Gringe is close to Grinch for you?
Gringe is just like dirty.
How about Fanny? I like Fanny.
Fanny
Fanny's
is
cute.
classy, I think.
Lady Bits? That's not real.
Bits, yeah, lady bits.
Really? I've never heard that before. Fufu? Oh, that's what Esther wants hers to be
Yeah,
called.
I like foo-foo a lot.
Fufu or muff? Muff is kind of tight. What's the one? But blow that one up. Blow it. What does that say?
Vagine.
Beaver. Oh yeah, beaver.
Beaver.
These
Nunny.
little girls I used to babysit would call it tootie. And so if it was hurting, they'd say ouchie tootie.
But the tootie sounds like a fart.
Yeah, that's the wrong side.
Oh, we're all very different.
Beep and boop, you know?
You and Bop. You really think Tootie is
Yeah.
no?
You never had an ouchie tootie?
No.
My dad would make us say at the table if we wanted to excuse ourselves to go to the bathroom.
Of course.
Like we'd have to make a formal announcement. It was, may I pick some flowers?
May I pick some flowers?
Yeah, and that is a way of saying I gotta go shit. You were never allowed to say I gotta go number 2, I gotta go poo, nothing. It's may I pick some flowers.
Is anyone
He-
else
he was-
flagging that as child abuse? That is so weird.
He was also
That's not abuse.
90,000 years old.
Yeah.
So he was like,
He was a
instilled,
monk. They had to pray before they shit for like an hour and a half. What did you say when you had to excuse yourself? Did you not have to do that?
No.
You were allowed to just get up. Did you not do formal dinners?
No, I was raised with no manners, no rules.
I see that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The more I know you,
Yes.
the more I know.
was
You
a-
were raised with a lot of manners. You were raised with
yeah,
like
but they all went out the window.
yeah, I
very
know, but
early
that's why
on.
they go out the window. Like
Yeah.
because you're in. It's like embedded in that. Like, did you guys sit at the same spot at dinner every time?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did that.
Oh, you did do
have were you in a strict household?
No, I mean, I was such a bad kid that like I was kind of uncontrollable. It was like my dad was militant because his dad was a military guy, so our house was so clean it was disgusting. Go look at my car; it'll make you throw up. There's
Worse than
nothing
Bobby?
inside of it.
Oh, you're like
I'm
American
meticulous.
Psycho.
It's gross. Yeah, it's gross.
Okay, I had the opposite effect where everything was kept so clean that I'm like a crazy slob now. But I think it's because I wasn't like trained to do it.
It was beat into me because my dad was always like, it cost money. You didn't pay for it. So if you fuck it up, you will have to pay for it. So it's like, if I got something as a gift, it was like, you have to respect this. Otherwise you don't get stuff like this anymore. So like in my mind, I was like, I can't fuck up anything. So when I started to buy my own shit, I still had that like, well, I better keep this nice because I bought it, and otherwise, I don't even know. The universe will yell at me for being dirty. It's really creepy.
That's kind of awesome though. And do you like that or not?
No,
like
I fucking hate it, dude.
You do?
I can't have like a shirt on a chair in a living room. It'll fuck me up. I have to get...
Oh, God, I really want to see you live with Bobby just for 1 week.
No, I would kill myself. I would literally kill myself.
Just 1 week, please.
No, dude, I'm like, sometimes I like get scared of how annoying I am I have to leave. I'll be late. Let's say I'm late to come to here.
Yeah.
If there was a couple of dishes, I was like, I just got to knock that out. It's nuts. I'm a fucking,
You're like
it's
my
gross.
mommy.
It's
That's
sad.
like my mom too.
Yeah.
But that's because my dad beat that shit into me. It stunk. It was like, why are there shoes by the door? You're like, I just came home.
I got beat. It got beat into me too, but
It didn't keep.
it didn't keep. No,
They don't hit you hard enough.
I'm
Dude,
just shocked that
You got hit.
more than that. I had to kneel on rock salt.
What?
Yeah, it's like
you don't know that about
Ew,
her.
that's so mean.
Yeah, so there's this Filipino torture tactic where you make kids kneel on rock salt, and it wasn't like, the Trader Joe's Himalayan,
Not
salt.
the nice shit.
No, it's like giant
Stones.
stones.
Right.
Oh no.
And then over time, in 2 hours, eventually it would, develop a wound, and the salt would seep into the wound.
Oh my
so it
God.
was, it's
So not chill.
not chill. No. But
What? That's nuts. We didn't have any torture. I mean, my dad would hit us for sure. I mean, me, not my sister, but like I would get hit.
you didn't have names for the types of tortures that would be committed. Like we had one called stomach belt, and it was pretty self-explanatory.
Let me guess what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stomach belt.
But you would have to lay down. You couldn't just take it standing.
No,
so
you had to
couldn't
lay
even,
flat?
You have to lay on the bed and expose your stomach.
Oh my God.
And
no.
you would just have to take it. Which
Ow.
is kind of better because if you block it with your hand, then your hands get whipped and it's
Right.
even more painful.
I remember
so
that.
you just have to, really good core workout.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
why you're in good shape.
Yeah.
My dad would hit this thing. I got that a lot. I would
I
get cracked on the
don't
fucking
like
head.
head
It hurt me
stuff.
so much. I hated it. And then I learned that when I flinched, it was worse. So it was like, just take it like a fucking man and stand there because you fucked up. I always fucked up, by the way. I was a bad kid. It wasn't.
You have to check their hits. It's just like in UFC or in MMA. You cannot
Don't
you gotta
flinch.
check it. You gotta go forward.
Take that
into
fucking
it.
hit, dude.
I will say that my dad used to do this thing where he'd go like this and he'd like
Whoa.
In your throat?
yeah.
I was gonna say for a second, as a Jew, I was like, what is that? What is your dad doing?
Like
Role playing as a Nazi in his own house?
He was like pop my neck all the time, and I think literally Dave, Carlos, and Benji have all picked up on it. If they go like this, I go like this, and they're like, "Why did you think I was gonna hit you?"
He would hit your neck?
Yeah.
Your
Ew,
throat.
why?
I think that's the worst.
Yeah, that's
I've
way
ever
worse than
heard.
rock salt or
Or
belt stomach. Doesn't
that's
sound as
worse
bad as
than
that.
stomach
Yeah,
belt.
I'll
Esther,
take
those
belt stomach any day.
you need your throat to swallow.
Yeah,
and
no,
speak.
it was. I still do.
Were you
this.
argumentative with your dad?
I think so. Yeah.
Is that what this is? Is like a shut up thing? Like
I
him
don't-
saying, be quiet?
Yeah. Now as an adult, because he still does it. It's more just like to scare me.
Do you want me to fight your dad? I'll
He's
fight your dad.
79.
Oh, okay. Like I'm scared of a 79. Beat the shit out of that guy. I thought there was a time when I was scarier than my dad, and that flip was very weird. Like, is there a time when your mom, because like my sister and my mom always, I mean, it was like constant, dude.
Yeah.
Constant mother-daughter shit, like always fighting. And me and my dad always fighting. And then there was a day when I bigger than my dad, and it was almost like, oh, I'm scared. I'm scarier than you are. I'm stronger than you. And then my mom was saying, like, when my sister like grew up, it was almost like two women fighting instead of mother-daughter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was weird to like watch it happen. Like, do you guys remember that happening when you're like I'm an adult. I'm fighting with them as an adult, not as their child.
My mom did it in a very formal way. Like we wrestled.
What?
Yeah, I was maybe 23 at this point, and my mom is somebody who has a hyper focus on achievement and human physical aesthetics. Like she like has a six pack. She has
she's jacked.
She works out every day.
Jesus.
But at that point, I was just coming off of college. I was still pretty like yoked, and she'd beat me my whole life. And there was a point where I looked at her, and she'd always compared. She always thought she was stronger than me. And I think one day we were at my sister's apartment, and I was like, "Fine, let's wrestle." And we wrestled. And it ended with her head going through a window because she like tried to do a takedown. And I just like dipped to the side, and she lunged straight into a window, and she cut herself on the forehead.
Did you feel bad?
I did feel bad because
Yeah.
it wasn't even anything I did to like hurt her. She
was her
hurt
fault.
herself.
Yeah.
And at that point I was like, okay, like
We're leveled.
Yeah, we're leveled now.
My equivalent to that, which I wonder if you guys have had this experience, but it's more like that I'm older and smart now. So it's like sometimes I actually know better and I don't.
In like life stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have that?
No, but well, I mean, I argue with my parents a lot. Like my dad and I get in a lot of arguments, but the arguments are always fundamental. It's not opinion. I mean, it's only opinion based. There's no fact to it. So it's like our politics are very different. So it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
We argue for no. It's like we'll never stop arguing, and nobody wins. Everybody loses. So like, even if I'm like I'm right about this, I'm not to him. It'll never. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Of
We
course.
never. So I'm trying to think. I know what you're saying a little bit, but with us, it's always a fight of your belief system. So it's never like I'm smarter, I'm more right. It's always like we just are fundamentally very different people.
I'm like pretty big into reading reviews.
Well, especially if it involves your health. How hard is it?
Oh,
Like,
I was just thinking like if I was going to get fries at a place or not. But no, yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, you go. Go, you say it.
Well, for me at least, like when I've had to look for a doctor, let's say for instance, 2 weeks ago we both needed an ENT, an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and usually I just rely on word of mouth. But what if my friends don't have a reference or a good recommendation for an ENT doctor? Now you can go on ZocDoc where you can search for doctors who specific to their specialty, and you can read reviews by patients who've seen them.
Honestly, like, finally, I'm really annoyed of all the power that doctors hold over us, and we kind of need a place where we can all go discuss, help each other out, because from the patient's perspective, I think is the most important perspective, and I want to hear from other people who've seen the doctor.
With ZocDoc, you can find the right doctor for you in your network and in your neighborhood.
ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, and are actually available when you need them. And on ZocDoc, you can find every specialist under the sun, whether you're trying to straighten your teeth, fix an achy back, get a mole checked out, anything else, ZocDoc has you covered. And ZocDoc's mobile app is so easy. I've used it. It's as easy as ordering at a restaurant or getting delivery to your house. You search, find, and book doctors with literally just a few taps.
Every month, millions of people use ZocDoc, and I'm one of them. It's my go-to whenever I need to find and book a quality doctor. Go to ZocDoc.com/trash and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours.
That's ZOD.
That's the
oh my god, I literally lost it all. That's ZocDoc.com/trash, ZocDoc.com/trash. Say it 3 times fast or else.
I've told this before, but this makes me laugh. This is like a family friend of ours. There is a grocery store that is near a neighborhood where, you know, whatever. It's a lot of younger, hipstery people, whatever.
In Chicago?
Yeah, and our family friend, she says at dinner, she's like one of my mom's friends, and she's like, you know, that's the lesbian jewel. That's the lesbian jewel. And I was like, what do you mean the lesbian jewel? Jewel is a grocery store in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Jewel-Osco.
Not anymore. I think they're gone, right?
Yeah.
She was like, that's the lesbian Jewel. And I was cracking up eating. I was like, what do you mean the lesbian Jewel? She's like, it's exclusively for lesbians. And I was like, that's not true. There was no grocery store just for lesbians.
There should be, though.
Yeah, there should. And by the way, we're starting it today. And she goes, yeah, I mean, you can tell. And I was like, how can you tell? And now I'm being an ass. Like, and now I'm trying to. And she's like, well, they all have very short hair and they dress like boys. And I was like, I don't know if that's a tell. And she goes, really? Do you know a lot of regular women that have short hair dress like boys? And I was like, what do you mean regular? I was just baiting her the more. But by the way, I did go. That was the lesbian Jewel. There was no doubt about it. Everyone was just eating each other's pussies. It was insane. Like on the belt to where your groceries go on that move, it was just woman after woman. It was nuts. The lesbian Jewel. God bless Jewel. God bless Jewel, by the way. They're gone. They died.
I know.
What is it called? Mariano's took over.
I do like Mariano's.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
What was your kid grocery store? What was like the good one?
In the Philippines? Or
Yeah.
in the,
No. Here, when you were here. What's the sexy one? Mariano's is like the sexy one.
We didn't have a lot of money. So we were,
fucking
Sean's.
broke bitch.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
bitch. I'm real Section 8.
Yeah, you are. We're fake Section 8.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first came here, the check that my dad wrote out for rent every month was $300. And it was a 1-bedroom, cockroach infested, maybe like 300 square foot
Oh my God.
little like thing. And yeah.
$300?
Yeah.
What was your first rent when you moved to LA? I remember mine to the number. $428.
$9.50 in a studio with Tony
Nine?
Hinchcliffe.
Wait, you paid $9.50?
That's a lot.
What year did you move here?
I moved in 2009. What about you?
06, 07 was when I 06 I moved to Long Beach. I slept on a lazy boy for a
That's
while.
right.
Yeah.
I lived in Long Beach
I
for
know.
a really long time.
We had a connection we never even knew.
I know.
And then I slept on a lazy boy. Then when I made it up to LA, I lived with a bunch of UCLA grad students, and it was $428. I lived in a dining room.
What year did you start doing like open mics?
07 about.
Okay.
Like about 07.
Yeah.
But I lived in a fucking dining room that the previous owner had just built. Like it was an old, you remember how old houses in LA, they all had sectioned off. Every room
Yeah.
was its own thing.
Yeah.
So the dining room was kind of walled off. They just built 2 door, what do you call those? The in the wall doors, the farmhouse doors.
Sliding
Yeah.
doors.
Sliding
Yeah,
doors,
whatever those
yeah.
are called. Pocket doors. They
Barn
built
doors,
two
yeah.
pocket doors. And so that was my bedroom, a dining room. My fucking ceiling light was a chandelier. So $428 got me by. And we shared one bathroom, 4 dudes, one bathroom. It was a fucking nightmare. But $428, I was like, I can do that. I can do it. I can find $400 a
Yeah.
month. And I did somehow. I mean, I remember there was a couple of nights that I had panic attacks because I was scared I was not going to be able to afford it. And my parents were never like send me. I never got money from my parents. Never once.
I felt like
Did you?
No, I didn't. I
Esther?
never did.
Never once.
I feel like my parents would say that they did because I've said that before and they've been like, no, we helped you with like an oil change. But I worked like 3 or 4 jobs and my most sustainable rent was when I was splitting a studio with a woman and it was like $500 a month. And I was like, I remember feeling once I got into that situation, I was like, I can pay this.
Yeah, you can afford it.
Like I can do open mics and I can like babysit. And
By the way,
this is-
helping with an oil change, that doesn't count. I mean, like I had friends that their parents would just send them like $3,000.
Yeah.
No,
And I was like, what the fuck?
That was never even an option for me. Like
No.
my dad had died. I had my mom who was working like a minimum wage job. Like what other option did we have than to make sure we always had a job?
Right.
Or there was always some type of way to like hustle on the side and do whatever you needed to
Did you guys
do.
have desperate moments? Like I
Hell
sold
yeah.
plasma.
I stole groceries
I sold plasma. That was a big
What's
one.
plasma? Oh,
Yeah, you could.
Right.
You used to be able to sell it.
Right.
I don't think you can anymore, right? I think you can't do it. There's probably now they're probably like, ooh, that's bad that we let you guys do that for years. But I would sell plasma in Arizona. I did it. What is it?
No, it looks like you can.
You still can?
Yeah.
I know my friend did in California.
I did, and I made
Yeah,
money.
because
It
it's
was
more
actually
money
pretty-
than.
Oh, it's
yeah.
way more money. Yeah.
I did at one point
Up to a
do
G.
the nude modeling for art students
Yeah.
because I had read in Madonna's biography that she did it.
That's such an Esther thing
Not
to do.
even for the
copy
money.
Madonna. Just because Madonna did it.
Yeah, but it was good money. But yeah, no,
You didn't do it.
no, I did it.
You did?
Yeah, and sometimes I wonder. I'm
What are we
like,
talking? Like CSUN or something? Where was it?
It was actually I did that in college. It was in Champaign, Illinois, where I did it. I
Oh,
didn't
you
do
went
it
to
out
U of
here.
I?
Yeah, for 2.5
Look
years.
at Smarty over here.
No, I got in through the dance program.
Oh, that's fake. Yeah, that's gross.
I probably owe Albertsons, give or take $3,000 worth of groceries.
See, I disagree. They're a big box store. Fuck them.
Okay, thank you.
Fuck them. They owe you.
Yeah.
I think at some point, if the community is hurt and people are that poor, grocery stores should be supplemented in a way where they're like, and look, this is food stamps, right? But they should be able to go, I think some of these people get some of the stuff on the house.
Yeah, and just look at the self-checkout lines weren't as, great as they are now.
Right.
And you could just get blocks of cheese.
Steal it.
And just, take it with you. And then I remember my sister and I, because we didn't have a car, this is before they freaking magnetized the shopping carts. We would just take the whole shopping cart home.
Yeah.
Because it was just too heavy. All the things we had just stolen, the blocks of cheese. It was like,
and they also learned that teenagers would take those and then ride in them and crash them.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Fun pastime.
We used to do that all the time.
Me too.
It was so fun.
When I moved here, now I'm realizing, I think that me quitting school and moving here was sort of a reaction to watching both my parents lose their jobs in the recession, because I was like, what am I doing? What am I working towards if my parents could just lose their job at any moment? And I think that is why I quit school and moved here. But that's also why I knew that getting money from them was not a option.
What did they both lost their job in what is 08?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did they do?
My dad worked in sales and my mom was a receptionist. She's a receptionist now. I think she was also a receptionist then too.
Office manager.
Thank you.
We don't call it that anymore.
Really? Is that true?
I don't think they say receptionist anymore. I think it's like anything. You can't, every term has a more, it's a less mean word.
Yeah.
Obviously you can't say steward and stewardess. You have to say
what
flight
is
attendant.
bad about receptionist?
I think it just sounds diminutive maybe.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see
and
it that
honestly, I
way.
kind of agree in a weird way. It sounds like you're just a phone person.
Can people still be called secretaries?
No, that one
Right?
definitely no. No,
Wait,
they say
really?
No, they say executive assistant.
So, executive assistant.
That's what their name is now.
But you could still be Secretary of State. That's different.
That's true. That is true. You can be the Secretary of State.
Wait.
Not the same thing, but yes, that is true.
Carlos, will you be my secretary?
No.
I think that might be what you are, though.
Well, you do sexually abuse him.
Executive assistant is what I thought you basically. No, never mind.
No, I'm going to say the N word and get this cut. Yeah. Cut, Andres, N word. Bobby, shop there.
I'm gonna say the N word and get a cut.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that. I think the terms people are sensitive about certain terms, but I do get if you work as an assistant to somebody. Look, my dad, when he worked in sales, the woman that worked with him, but was technically a secretary. But dude, she did so much. So I think at some point people realize it sounds diminutive to be oh, you're just my little phone person.
Okay.
But it's more, they do a lot of shit. So you're I think they're more important than the word. For some reason, the word doesn't sound like you're important. So they have to move it around.
But I think it's what people made of that word.
Correct.
Because the
people are
word
yeah, my fucking
itself
secretary will do
is a
it.
really formal word.
Yeah.
It's the words. There's a lot of hard consonants there.
Secretary. Yeah, but it also sounds boring. When I say secretary, the woman you think of in your head right now, and woman, that's another thing. I immediately go to woman. But when you say secretary, what does she look like? Go.
Well, I think of Mad Men.
Yeah, same, exactly.
Right. That's what I mean. So I think they want to. I think the idea is to break
Rebrand.
away from all that. Yeah, rebrand.
Yeah.
I always think glasses, short bob hair, and very overweight.
Okay.
Right away. That's the image I have in my
quite
head.
the opposite.
You think of 1950s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
glamorous.
Hot, sexy, leggy. No, I like a fat secretary. Give me a porker, dude. I want someone who's eating all day. 9 to 5, she's eating nonstop. She's got a big gulp on her fucking desk.
I'm
and she's got the...
Let's do this.
You want to be my secretary? You know what she's got? And she's got the thing on the phone that you can rest on your fucking... rest on your shoulder. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's an attachment to the phone. She has that. She has a picture of all of her kids on there, but they're not her kids. They're just kids from the neighborhood. That she feeds.
Yes.
You want to be my fat secretary?
Yes, everything you're describing, I'm that there is an energy there that I'm drawn to.
Why is that? You can't get fat.
What are you talking about?
I don't think it's a part of your. I don't think you would let yourself get fat.
Well, that's also because I have disordered
That's what I'm
thinking
saying.
from my mom.
But
so
you
it's
could
like,
get fat.
The fact that that's where this was going.
You could get fat. I could see you getting so fucking fat. Like I could see me like, running into you 20 years down the road somewhere, and I'm like, fucking Esther? And you're in one of those like, motorized carts, and you're like,
Oh my god, the obesity scooter.
and Dave is fucking jacked as shit. He's in the best shape he's ever been.
Somehow I think that this is your like dream. Your dream ending.
Yes, and then I could even have my own show on like 600-pound.
That's what you really want.
Look, Esther, if you can hook me up with a signature from Dr. Now, it
Love
would be
Dr. Now.
a dream.
You saw I had him do, you know who this is, don't you?
No.
Oh my God,
He's the
come
doctor
on.
from My 600-Pound Life.
He's like, you're too fat, you need to lose all the weight.
Did you get a
Yeah, I got a cameo done
cameo
for
from him?
I did.
What?
So for my tour dates, I cameoed him, and I was like, and I just wrote, hey, will you say Andrew Santino's on tour? I put it on my Instagram, and he's like, come see Andrew do comedy for October 4 to 5. Dude, it's so great. And then half of the people that got it, I loved, because then I know who my audience is. Because I think this guy's he's mean.
He
Like,
is
he's-
so
he-
mean and
he'll
wonderful.
Go, if you don't lose weight, you will die, and it looks like you will die. I mean, he's just like, it's way down there.
I want a
I don't know
cameo
how far
from
it is.
him,
You'll see.
too.
Keep going. Maybe it's. I want to see. He'll pop up. It's,
do you know
it's
what
his
it-
face.
Do you know what?
There he is. There he is.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Oh,
You
cutie
do need
pie.
headphones for
Oh,
this.
forget about it. Wow.
Everybody doing well.
He's like, come see Andrew Santino for the fight. Dude, it's wonderful.
For
This dude.
stand-up comedy
And by the
show
way,
by
same
Andrew
day cameo.
Santino at Salt
I got to
Lake
give him a
City,
shout out, dude. Same day
Dallas,
cameo was fucking,
Atlantic
because
City,
most of the time you book a
Madison,
cameo,
Boston,
and
and many other.
they'll get back to you in a
So
couple
y'all
of
have
days, maybe a week
wonderful
by the
time
weekend.
At stand-up
Same day.
comedy
I'm so
show.
jealous. I might just
And
get
stay
myself a
safe
cameo
and
for
take care of
just to
yourself.
keep for myself.
What a cutie pie, too. Look at his little cute face.
Hello,
He's
how
so
y'all
cute, I love
doing?
him.
hope
I feel
everybody
like he
doing
could really
well.
motivate me to do what I need to do.
Well, here's what I'll say about Andrew's predictions of your fat years.
okay. We're
I
still on
think-
that.
So
That's weird.
We're not getting off of it.
my friend Asa, her dream ending to her life, because she's a very well-known porn star.
Yeah, Shakira.
And she's always felt the pressure of looking a certain way, eating a certain way. And she's always said, I want to be in a feeder relationship where someone just really gets a kick out of just constantly feeding me. And I just want to be this like massive thing.
Is that
at
your
the
little
end of
wet
my
dream?
life.
But people say that. Hot girls say that all the time.
I
and-
think she means it.
Okay.
She spent her whole life being skinny and hot. She's probably exhausted.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever talk to someone that's in like a really, really good shape, like
Yes.
they're miserable as fuck.
Well, there are a lot of TikToks now of men with like obviously very amazing physique who are like, I fucking hate my life.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
hate
it, yeah.
having to
Yeah.
keep this up. It's exhausting. It sucks. The food is bland. Like it's just
I would much rather be normal.
same.
I would much rather be a
be
normal. Like my body's fine. I'm okay with it. It's not impressive. It's not sad. Just let me eat fucking burgers when I feel like it.
Carlos, what do you think of these pigs?
I think, it's different for Andrew because he's over 5'10", so he can have some weight on him.
Yeah.
think, and it
I look
looks
better
normal.
with a little bit of weight.
Yeah,
If I'm too skinny, 6'1" is weird with
yeah.
Like-
5'7" isn't. You got to be like
you got to be fit.
an actor.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, Emil Hirsch style.
Are
'Cause-
you struggling? Are you miserable? Are you okay?
Are you hungry a lot?
I am hungry a lot, but I like it. I want to look like this. I don't want to feel weighed down.
But okay,
What
but
does
look
Kate
at the
Moss
difference.
say? What does Kate Moss say?
Nothing tastes as good as being thin feels.
Yeah. Nothing tastes as good as how being thin feels.
There's just no way that's true.
But Andrew's happier than us. He's like married and working.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
no. I'm not happier because of the body stuff. That's just the thing I've succumbed to going, I'm going to do, this is my life. I don't care anymore. I think you also get an age and you're like, fucking leave me alone. I don't.
But you're also super fit.
No, I'm fit, but I'm also like, I don't want a six pack. I don't
Yeah.
care about all the other, I just want to stay healthy.
You're
healthy.
not suffering for your
I just want to be
looks.
healthy. That's all. Yeah, no. But like, look at the difference. Like to have a stone face, a still face. Look at Carlos's still face, right? And now look at Pete's still face. Pete's a happy boy. He's he's my little thicky boy. And he's happy. And
Well,
Carlos is
everybody-
sad.
He
'cause-
has the life.
Yes.
goes out all the time.
Well, he's married to a mega babe.
Yeah.
He spares himself no expense on life. He likes to live the way he wants to live.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he's happy. You're sad, boy.
Yeah.
And you
Carlos,
want food, buddy.
Drinking at work.
Oh my God, Carlos!
You know what?
What do you mean it's Saturday? Damn, it's Saturday. He has no idea what day it is.
I've realized that, Pete, you're actually more my type. Like, I like thick and sweet.
Oh no, leave Pete
No, I
alone.
mean, not in like a. I'm just saying, generally, I'm into thick and sweet.
Yeah. Pete's a fuck, because Pete is a protector. Let me tell you something. Somebody tries to steal the beads off your neck in an alleyway like they did to Batman's parents, Pete's going to beat the shit out of him. Isn't that right, Pete?
But what's Carlos gonna do?
Fucking right.
That's fucking right. See? When he F-bombs, you know it's serious. What's Carlos going to do?
Please. Take him. We'll get more, bitch.
So true, dude. That's great. We'll get more, bitch. Or you're like, shoot her. That's so funny.
There's a topic that I want to, Esther and I have been going back and forth about, which is men prefer the company of men always.
Yes.
And that it just so happens that their dick points in the woman's direction. But if that weren't the case, you would actually rather live with a man.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's not even, oh my God. Yeah.
So you agree?
100%. I would much rather live with a guy. A buddy of mine?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Those were some of the best years of my life. Like, I didn't like having roommates, but I loved living with a buddy. Like, I love the idea of waking up and seeing someone in the living room smoking, getting high, and I get to go sit and just get high with them. It was a different time in my life, but fuck yeah, dude. Dudes are way easier to live with.
But you're choosing to be married to a woman because
Society tells me so. I don't want to. No, because I can't fuck dudes. I just say, hey, I cannot. That's a personal choice. You know, I couldn't fuck one of my buddies, but I could live with them for sure.
Why is it then that we are subjecting ourselves to these long-term relationships and living, cohabitating with someone we don't necessarily prefer?
I couldn't agree with you more. I would rather me and another married friend, I'd rather me and him live together and then our wives live together.
I want to do that too.
I would 100% want to do that.
I think the wives would like that too.
Yes, of course they would. There's the reason that I think most relationships go to shit at some point, like especially long term, is because once you live with someone long enough, it becomes difficult to love them the way you did when you didn't see them all the time. It's just, you see all of them. You see every part of them. You smell their shit. You see the way they walk, the way they sit, the way they eat. Like the fantasy is gone, and appointment fucking is gone. Like, you remember when you used to call who you were dating and they're like, do you want to come over later? And you're like, yeah. And you get excited on the drive to go fuck. Because you're like, dude, we're going to fuck. It's amazing. And like the drive is whimsical. Like it's a good song is on. The night feels right. But now you're like, you want to fuck? It's kind of like a...
Right, we better do something tonight because we haven't fucked in X amount of time.
Right, and we're watching a movie and...
Yeah.
Oh my God, should I move out from Dave's house?
Yes.
Because he's very similar to you. He's always like, I loved the best time of his life was living with his friends in a house.
Yeah.
And he always will be like, of course I wish I was gay. I would love to have sex with my best friend.
None of my friends are... That's not my perspective.
I'm saying it wrong. It's basically what you said. Like,
I would love to live with my friends and then go fuck the woman I love. That would be amazing. But society is like, you have to live together.
Well, society is basically
I don't know why.
under the assumption that men and women will raise the family together. So you need both mom and dad in a household.
Okay, but before the kids are there,
right?
Then why do we do it?
Yeah. Why do we do it?
And by the way, why can't we raise the kids as a community? That could be a whole thing too.
Please.
My dream scenario is a compound with 6 houses sort of close by with a common courtyard and all of my friends raising kids together. This is not a cult. All of my friends raising kids together, but not necessarily me living with my partner. Especially, let's assume, like with Bobby, say for instance, one of our biggest like points of contention is really the way he lives and has no regard for how sloppy or what a slob he is, right? And I receive that as like a form of disrespect, where it's like, how can you have me clean up after you all fucking day long?
Right.
So it's like, if you eliminate that and we don't live together, and it's almost like a preservation of this love that we have, and I don't need to see what a fucking slob you are. We could just like fucking hang out.
You're dating forever, basically. It's like you're dating. Yeah, no, you get to keep. The only problem with that theory is with the people living in the thing. And maybe this isn't an issue, but you know what starts happening is
the fucking
everyone's going to be fucking everybody.
But then also,
and if you're cool with it, you're cool with it. But you know,
I might be cool with it.
That everyone will start fucking
Is that
everybody.
true?
Oh,
Why?
without
Yes, always.
Proximity, dude. Proximity fucking.
I dated, so one of my ex-boyfriends was in kind of that commune, was raised in a commune like that, and everyone was fucking everyone.
Even this dude, well, Carlos is the only one. Are you trying to feed the dog bananas? Men eat hot dogs, for instance. Oh my God, when men eat hot dog, what? When men eat hot dogs,
You make a great gay guy. That's pretty far
I know
back.
how to suck a dick. When men eat hot dogs, there's always a guy recording. That's such like a bro thing on TikTok or on Instagram. You'll see a guy like, he'll look around, he'll like eat a hot dog by himself, and someone goes, "Gurp," and he's like, "Fuck," and he just throws the hot dog away. But no, I'm not afraid.
Did you see that guy who used, what do you call it when you use a hot dog, or you turn a hot dog into a straw?
I love that shit so much. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh my God. There was a guy, they had a video of a guy at the Yankee game. It's all over the internet now. He took a straw, poked a hole through the hot dog, and then put the hot dog in his beer and drank the beer through the hot dog.
That's cool.
And would take little bites. It was so fucking cool. Look at that. Sucking back a fucking Miller Lite with an old wiener.
Do we know anything about why he did it?
Well, there was a video of him actually puncturing the hot dog with the straw.
Right. Wait, is he Asian? Because this would make me so proud.
Can I tell you something? My gut says yes.
Yeah.
Let's see the video though. You can go to the video. I think they show his face.
This kind of innovation can only be.
Look, zoom in on the first picture there.
Asian.
You can kind of see.
Yeah.
You better believe
yeah, he is. Congratulations to us.
God bless.
Our new hero.
These
has
people know what
emerged.
they're doing. Well, the thing about Asians, they're just efficient.
Imagine the combo of just like hints of hot dog and beer. That's kind of
So
like
good.
French fries in the milkshake.
Oh, French fries and the milkshake. Did you cheeseburger in the milkshake?
I've never.
That was my mom's thing. So once in a while, if I had like a good day and I was a good little boy, she would take me to a little diner around the corner in River North, and we'd get chocolate milkshakes, and their cheeseburgers were small. Like back when cheeseburgers were actually like an okay size. Now every cheeseburger is fucking a pound of meat. But it was a tiny little cheeseburger, and she would break it in half, and we'd each dunk it in the milkshake and eat it. And that was like one of the happiest. I fucking loved that shit.
I have a question.
Huh.
I'm really perturbed by the way you're eating your banana.
Why?
You have been beat your whole life. Even the way you hold the banana in such a
how am I supposed to
formal way,
hold this
and then
thing?
the way you eat it, it's like, you know when they tell you how you're supposed to drink your soup, or it's like the spoon comes to you,
thumb
you
up.
don't come to this. That's
Right.
how he's doing it.
Well, I sucked the dick of it to start, so I did want to. To be fair, I really forget how much I like bananas. I never buy them.
They are great.
I never buy them.
You need them
But when you go to the grocery store, do you buy bananas?
every day. Yes,
No, I
bananas
don't
are my
either.
life.
We don't do that.
No.
That's a jungle thing. Whites don't do that.
Whites don't do that.
Whites. I mean, bananas are a thing that we buy because we think we might get banana bread out of it.
Oh my god, no!
Yes.
There's a full
That's
panic
why
in the
whites
house.
buy bananas.
Yes.
If there isn't a banana, or if there isn't a what do you call them? A bundle.
Bushel?
A bushel? No, it can't
No,
be a
it's
bushel.
not a bushel. It's a
It's a bunch.
Bunch. It's a
bouquet?
bunch. A bunch. It's a bunch,
bunch of
bananas.
bananas. If there isn't a bunch
Hand.
of bananas,
It's called a hand of bananas.
if there isn't a hand of bananas in the household, there's a full blown panic in our house.
Why? What do you use it for?
Potassium.
Yeah.
Straight up. So you
But
eat it.
also, it's a great antacid. So anytime you're feeling some type of like
That I know. My mom used to say
GI
that.
like kick up, or like you have like heartburn, it's such like a good feeling to just take a banana down the hatch.
My mom would give me a banana and Sprite if I was ever feeling, because the sugar, the carbonation, and the banana, I would always like settle my stomach a little bit.
Yeah, it tastes so good though. Bananas are amazing.
What did your parents give you when you guys felt sick?
Crackers, a little bit of anything carbonated.
Saltines.
Yeah, saltine crackers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. Probably a good beating.
Get better. We'd have my mom a little bit of whiskey.
Really?
A little bit of whiskey. just a little bit of whiskey.
What the fuck?
A little bit, just a very small amount. That's not Carlos is nodding. That's not a.
That's normal.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
They would rub it on the gums of the children.
But I mean, when we were
too.
kids, we could have a little bit because it act as like, you know, it was a numbing agent. A little bit.
It calmed you down or something?
Well, it does. I mean, inherently when it gets into your bloodstream, especially when you're so not used to alcohol, it does really have great effect. I mean, now I'm an addict, but you know, they fucked me up. But that, and then I would have my mom would make cinnamon toast. I loved cinnamon toast.
Oh, so good.
I loved cinnamon. It was my fucking. I almost wanted to be sick because she would make it just because.
Do you still love it now?
I do. I actually love. You know what's so funny though is now we're at that age where you're like, how much bread am I allowed to eat this week? I know that's annoying to say, but like, I used to eat bread every day of my life.
Right.
Every day of my life as a kid, and now I'm like, I should eat a little less fucking bread.
I know.
So I relegate what day. I know. You know, we all know. You can't eat well, you probably can.
No, I tried to eat
I just saw your
bread.
brain being like sandwiches.
Mama.
But I just know that eating sandwiches is not a thing I can do anymore more than once a week as a grown man because I feel like shit when I eat.
Uncle Polly's?
I fucking love Uncle Polly's so
too.
much. It's so, I mean, like, trust me, dude, I want to eat sandwiches every day.
Yeah.
But I just know I'm like, this isn't, like, breakfast is my favorite meal. I want a breakfast sandwich every fucking day.
So do I.
For the rest of my life, I want to wake up. If somebody said, you can't have other meals, I'd go, fine, just give me a fucking breakfast sandwich. If I'm not allowed to eat anything ever again later in the day, just let me have a big fuck off croissant, fried
We
egg,
have to stop.
bacon.
This
Sorry.
conversation is like,
Are you getting horny?
yes, literally. Oh,
What?
triggered.
Well, for me, I have come to terms with the fact that I will never give up rice. It's not possible.
no.
So good, impossible.
But like also white rice for breakfast with eggs, longanisa, or like, you know, I can never give that up. So I have to give up the breads or the heavy breads
The
and
other
the
carbs.
pastas
Yeah.
because it's like, look, let's
Rice
be real.
is
I'm
my
gonna
number
eat
one.
rice twice a day.
Yeah.
See, well, I'm pasta over rice, but that's how you grew up. You ate rice with everything.
Yeah, I cannot not eat rice.
See, I couldn't give up pasta. If somebody was like, it's got to go away, I'd be like, mm-mm. I can't. I like it so fucking much. That's my dirty meal, and I'll eat it until I'm sad.
What carb could you do away with for the rest of your life?
Yeah, honestly, I could fuck off bread. Like I could. I know it stinks, but I could do it.
It would suck, but
Yeah.
to have rice, I would get rid of bread.
Well, yeah, right. Isn't that's kind of, the bread's kind of the weakest of all of them.
God, it's so
Rice
painful
is
to say.
so good.
Yeah.
Fried rice. What are we talking? Shrimp fried rice.
Honestly, just like sushi with white
Sticky
rice,
rice.
a
Sticky
rice
rice.
bowl with anything in it.
Anything mochi is rice.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so I cannot give up.
I'm going to say something controversial, and I really don't care. It's all the Jews' fault. No, no, I know the crispy rice with tuna on it or whatever. Fuck off.
What?
Please hold on.
Fuck
Please
off.
say that to Bobby's face.
I hate it, dude. It's
How
trash.
Have you guys
Are you
talked about this?
serious?
No, I've never said
Okay,
no.
please say it to his face on Bad Friends.
Because it's bullshit.
How so? It's
Write
so
that down, you
good.
guys.
It's
perfect.
bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's the best taste.
First of all, the crispy rice is not almost never done the right way that I want it. It's either too fucking crispy or shitty and sticky. And the spicy tuna up there, it's the shittiest tuna they have. They mash it and put fucking other shit in it to make it preserve.
Here's where you're not
good.
wrong. You're not wrong in the sense that oftentimes it's not done right.
not
but
done
when
right.
they do get it right.
Yeah, but it's rare. That's my point. Is that every place makes it, and most places I go to, I'm like, this is shit.
Right.
And everyone at the table always wants it. Everyone goes,
Yeah.
should we get crispy rice, the spicy tuna? It's like, no, because it's a fucking waste. I'd rather have tuna belly. I'd much rather have toro.
Right.
I'd much rather have a cut of better fish than mashed, refrigerated, 3-day-old shit tuna you put on your burnt rice.
Correct.
That's my problem. Unless you go to a dope place that makes it well. But I just feel like a lot of LA places pump it out for whites, and because I know you get it.
Here's what the whites love too. They love eel sauce on everything.
On everything, on
Yeah.
fuck
And
porn,
I'm
on
like,
everything.
why?
Because they don't. A lot of whites don't really like sushi. Newsflash:
That's me.
most whites don't actually like sushi. They think they like the culture of it.
Yes.
They don't like
They
it.
always
Yes.
opt for the rolls instead of just the.
But dude, most of the time the rolls are bullshit. They'll
Yeah,
get
the
rolls that are
bullshit.
bullshit rolls.
And they just cover it all up in eel sauce.
Yeah, and
I just
shit.
like rice and sugar, and
That's-
I think I'm yeah.
Yeah, you're one of those. You're one of those whites. You don't want real good fish.
No.
Nah, see, that's the thing.
I don't need it.
That's why the most time when I go out with people, you can tell right away by how people order sushi if they actually like sushi.
Wait, okay, what would I do if I wanted to pretend?
Let me get your order real fast. Ready? Edamame. First, you're eating it every time.
Yeah.
Crispy rice, right? 100%. Then you're probably gonna do like a crispy onion thing, whatever that is.
Albacore with crispy
Yeah, you
onion.
loser. And then you're definitely getting it. Yeah, you're getting a California roll. That's 100% what you
For
go for.
sure.
That's your order. That's your
Baked
order.
crab hand roll.
Right. Imitation crab, by the way.
Sure.
For sure. It's fake.
I do
it.
love a good imitation crab.
I do, but also, again, I want real fish and shit when
But
I
what
eat
are
seafood.
you ordering if you're like Mr.
He's
Cool?
gonna
Well, I
get
love-
toro belly.
Yeah,
He's
love-
gonna get not the regular mackerel. He's gonna get some Spanish mackerel.
Correct.
He's probably gonna get uni.
Love uni.
He's probably gonna get monkfish.
Love monkfish.
He's gonna get tamago.
Ugh. You're hitting all home runs here.
Wow.
I am, right?
That's so good. Honestly, I want fish. I don't want to go there and eat accoutrement. I don't. That's what the whites do. And the first time I started eating sushi, I ate with non-whites, and then you learn you don't eat the white one. The white version is bad. The white version is bad. Sushi whites is bad.
Yes.
It's basically what ruined good sushi is what too much white shit in there.
Yes, I am pure middle America white eater.
Like when my dad discovered sushi, it's so fucking funny. He was like, "Have you ever had edamame?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've had edamame."
I swear to God, my dad calls it endamame.
Endamame.
Yeah. Like they don't know how to say
And he was
it.
like, "It's frozen in the freezer. You can put it in a microwave. You have edamame at home." And I was like, "Yeah, that's great. Cook up some edamame." When my dad gets sushi, it has to be the most diluted, deep fried, sauce ridden. Whatever's on the menu that's covered up. The fish barely exists.
Yes.
He's like, "Give me those."
And then you get to still feel like, oh, I'm into
Oh,
other
I'm a
cultures.
sushi guy. Yeah.
I'm a hot girl who likes sushi.
No, we need to take you to get some fucking real ass sushi.
Where would we go?
Well, I mean,
There
There's a
are a
million
couple of
places.
places.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I like? You know what I like sometimes? I like Jinpachi. Do you know Jinpachi in West Hollywood, Santa Monica? It's good. It's a ripoff, but it's really fucking good. Swartzen and I like to go. That's a little sneaky spot. It's only got like 5 tables, but
I
they're
love
legit.
calling things a ripoff.
Oh, it's a rip.
I
It's a
respect
ripoff.
that a lot.
There are a
It's 100%.
couple in Little Tokyo that aren't ripoffs, and they only have 10 seats, and they are incredible.
The bomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have to clarify something from last week's episode where we were talking about the ick factor. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. Something gives you the ick.
Yeah.
It creeps and grosses you out.
Men aren't allowed to have the ick, or they can't. They think they
Really?
can, and they do, but it's actually, they're only just talking about a turnoff. Girls solely have sole ownership of the ick.
Really?
Okay, then what would it be for guys? I'm not going to disagree with you because I kind of know exactly what you're saying. But for men, it's like we have the. What would that be for men? Like with women, I know what the ick is. I know what you mean. It's like
It's an irreversible, I will, like a
cringe
repulsion.
factor. Yeah.
But so Jules asked me, do I ever get the ick after being with Dave for 10 years? And I said yes. And obviously, I always forget that Dave listens to this. And so he asked me.
He does?
Yeah.
What a psycho.
I know.
Are you okay, Dave? What are you doing?
He has to like keep up with what's new with me this way. But
So there's no communication in your house.
But so I had said yes, I do get the ick, and Dave was like, "What?" Dave was so concerned that my ick for him was his face, and I'm like, Dave, no. And so he wanted me to clarify, which I did tell him it's his driving. His driving really gives me the
Pretty
ick.
minimalistic ick factor, honestly. That's
Totally.
pretty small on the
But
scale.
that's
Why
the
it
ick.
works.
Yeah.
I broke up with a guy because of how he reacted to a cockroach landing on his shirt.
Oh, he freaked out. Like he acted like
Like
a bitch.
he not only did he act like a bitch, but it was the bartender. We went into this bar in Mexico, and it was an empty. There was no patrons inside, and he was wearing a sheer white shirt, kind of like, you know, those white shirts that aren't very thick. And I could see that a cockroach had gone into his shirt.
Oh, that's
right?
amazing.
And instead, and I just like ran away. I was, there's a cockroach in your shirt. And I like ran the opposite direction. But from the distance, I could see that the bartender hopped over the bar and was like trying to like smack his body because he couldn't smack it himself.
Because he didn't want to. He did
He was
this
just
thing.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
like this. After that, I went home and I'm like, we got back from vacation. But the whole time I was like, I can't fuck him tonight. I can never fuck him ever again. But that's the it.
That
It's
was
something
it.
so dumb. but I'm like, this cannot be my life partner.
I get that.
Is it for women that it's like, oh, you just instantly told my brain, like, I can't fuck you because you won't protect our children?
Yeah, it's probably primal.
But some women describe, like, some of the icks that women have talked about. It's like when a dude jumps in the water and he plugs his nose.
I couldn't agree with you. I couldn't agree. Yes. Also, by the way, and this is very personal, and I know there's a lot of people that will call bullshit, but the way that people react when bees are around them is huge for me. If you're this person, when a bee is around you, I don't trust you at all. I think you're a fucking bitch and you're a pussy. It's insane. You stink. Shut up. Leave it. It's not going to hurt you. It exists and it will not sting you. Like, it'll be near you. As a person who has orange hair, the amount of bees that have landed on me thinking I'm a flower, it's fucking remarkable. Trust me, it's not going to hurt you.
You're a human flower.
I'm a big walking flower. But bees, when I learned, I got stung when I was a kid. We were playing in the backyard, and I remember I got stung like on my neck. I didn't even see it happen. You know what I mean? Like, I knew it happened. I was like, holy fuck. And then I thought, oh, that's not that bad. Because all those years until you get stung, you're like, oh, I got stung by a fucking... When you're a kid, you're like, stung by a bee, it's probably going to end my life.
Yes.
Then you get stung and you're like, that's okay.
Well, that's because we all watched My Girl.
I know, and it killed them. Oh my God.
I've had the
Spoiler alert.
Like, I am such a scared, can handle nothing person. And both times where I've been stung, I didn't even know I was stung.
Yeah.
It was just someone was like, I think you got stung.
If there is a bee near you, this is how you react. Turn your head away until it goes away. That's all you do. Just go like this until it goes away. But the more you...
That's me.
Or I see someone at a restaurant and they'll go, and they'll do that thing. I'm like, oh God, I hope it stings you right in the fucking face.
Some people are like that with birds, and it boggles my mind.
It's
I'm like, it's a fucking bird.
When a bird flies by and somebody goes, oh, like it's not doing anything to you.
Especially if it's like a small bird, like it has hollow bones. Now, if it was like a vulture or a condor, that's another story. But I'm like, that tiny thing has hollow bones.
It has hollow bones. It has hollow bones, you pussy.
Do I have hollow bones?
You bet you do, you little bird. You are such a bird. If this room was birds, you would be a little tiny hollow bird, like a little what are they called? No, a little
a hummingbird?
No, that's way too pretty. No, they'd be no, wait, what are they called? They're like something with an F. It's like a meek little tiny
A finch?
A finch, yeah, you're a finch.
Finches are so good. I mean, what's his name had an obsession with finches. That's how he got his whole theory on evolution.
Yeah, that's what the fuck? Darwin loved finches. You're a little finch. Look at you. That's you. You are 100% a finch.
I see it.
Right.
Yeah, that's cute. Oh, that's me and Dave kissing.
Dave is not a finch. I'm sorry to break it to you. He's definitely not a finch.
Okay, so what is the equivalent of an ick for a guy? Just a turn off then?
I think ick I know what you mean by women
something
having
that's
icks.
irreversible and where you're like, oof, I wish he hadn't done that. Now I can't get my mind off of it.
For guys, it's like, I don't know. It's like sometimes, all right, one time I dated someone who was so like overt when we were having sex about her noises. She was like, it was like over the top. Like it was like she was acting for a camera and she did it all the time, which I thought sometimes if we were drunk, I'm like, yeah, you're drinking, you're fucking overexerting. But like my dick is normal. I don't have this like big thumper cock. I have a nice regular cock. So when she was like, oh my God, and I was like, oh, shut the fuck up. Like in my head, it started to turn me off so much that one time we were hooking up and I looked in the mirror. The fucking closet mirrors,
Yeah.
And I caught a reflection of myself fucking. And to myself, I went like this. I went, I rolled my eyes and that was it. I was so bothered by how like overt and fake it was that honestly, I was like, I don't want to sleep with you anymore. The sex was so good.
Was there ever a possibility of like having a conversation about it?
No, because you know what that does? It absolutely ruins her sexual ego. Yeah. I mean, you ruin, if you say to somebody, look, dude, in a marriage or in a long-term relationship, you got to go through sexual conversations. That's different. When you're dating somebody, that's so hard to be like, and casually dating, by the way, like.
Yeah, what's the point even?
Yeah, you're like, we just won't fuck anymore, and it just that's the end of it. What would I say to her?
I mean, here's two options, right?
You're too loud.
She was really, really into it, and that's just the truth she was feeling, or
it was nuts.
Or, I've been there. I've for a long time was programmed to think my body was just not to prioritize my pleasure, but to prioritize his his mind
Right.
state and how he feels about his ego. So I would prioritize his ego over the way I felt. And that involved, like louder sounds than I should have. But I learned very quickly that number one, exhausting.
Yes.
Number two, why do I give a fuck about making this dude feel good?
Right. His dick is inside your body.
Yeah, it's
That's
already,
enough.
that's enough.
You just can't be silent. The other side of the spectrum is scary.
Oh, really?
Because if you're just laying there like, that's some creepy shit.
Wait, what is the correct level that
It's honestly, I think the best.
It's honesty.
Yes, it's the best. The sexual emotion that works the best is you not holding back. So never hold back. If you feel like you want to say something, say it. Say all of it. Moan all of it if you need it out. But don't turn it on.
Yeah.
You don't
perform.
everybody knows when you're like, oh yeah. Everybody knows that nobody's instinct is to be like, oh fuck yeah. It's like what you it's learned. It's like a porn
it
learned.
is learned.
But what is normal is like, yeah.
Oh, that
like
was
small.
That was not.
Was that your little?
I was just breathing out.
Do your cum grunt. That's yours. Oh no, Dave.
I have to say that I learned the
What
hard
is your
way.
cum grunt?
What's your
I wanna
cum
get-
grunt?
what is
I
your
don't have one. I'm not loud.
When you come, you're not loud.
No, but I learned to be very quiet during sex because one time I said to a guy, "You're so hot," while we were having sex, and he did not respond.
Oh no.
And that was very traumatizing.
What did you want him to say? You're hot too? That's weird.
Really?
No, yeah, but it's just because words in sex are fake.
Yeah.
You're so
Oh, but
when a
I
guy
meant it.
I know, but when a guy is fucking you and he's like, God, you're so fucking hot, you don't go like, thank you. There's no response.
That would be weird if he said thank you.
Yeah, these aren't call and response. When it's fuck talk, it just exists. It's almost like it goes to the ether and disappears.
Right.
Okay.
So I think that
Are you looking for a response every time?
I just think if you're a girl and you say to a guy, "You're hot,"
What do
and
you?
you're having sex, he should probably compliment you
wait,
back.
hang on one second. If a guy were to be like, oh, "Fuck, Esther, you're so fucking hot,"
That's different. 'cause
And then
that's
what would
the
you
guy.
say?
I wouldn't say anything.
Well,
Because I'm the girl.
oh, this is disgusting. We're breaking these gender norms, dude. Cut it out.
Because
What are you, a
don't-
Gen Xer? What's
Wait,
going on?
This goes back to what we were texting about, that a woman's, like, the way a woman gets turned on is by feeling desired, and the way a man gets turned on is maybe this, right?
Yeah, so
Help
there's
me.
a-
You were there.
Wait a minute. A woman's.
Oh, so
During
a woman.
sex?
Okay, so basically, in order for a
You were
woman,
there when we were all having sex.
in order for me to want to have sex with you, I have to feel like I want to have sex with me.
You're right.
It's a very narcissistic.
And guys
It's
just
not
wanna
narcissistic.
fuck.
That's not the correct term, but it's basically like how I view myself is basically how I'm gonna like if I'm not feeling completely in awe of myself in that moment, there's a good chance I don't want to fuck.
Right, and with guys, with something that you guys just will never understand that just like we don't understand that emotion. Like, I don't need to be horny for myself to want to fuck you. It's like, for guys, there's a trigger. Your ick, we have a trigger, but it's
Right,
positive.
so it's
our trigger
basically-
is like, oh
they
my
have-
God, I have to fuck that thing right now.
They
It's
have
instinctual.
spontaneous arousal. We have reactive arousal.
That's exactly correct.
So-
the way that your ick is innate and instinctual, our click over of like a thing we see, like if you're walking through a part of the house and just my brain like analyzes a thing that you're doing, whatever it is, and it's like, I want to fuck that thing so bad.
Right.
It's fucking primal. It's like your insides are like, try to fuck that thing right now.
For us, it's like our engine needs to be warmed up.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
part of that warming up of our engine is really how we view ourselves. So we've got to kind of want to fuck ourselves first
Totally.
before I want to fuck someone else.
This is probably the best sex ed class that kids could ever receive.
Which
It is true because they don't tell you that shit. They don't talk about warming up women when you're young. You have no fucking idea. You think you're supposed to go fast and hard. I mean, the amount of times I fucked as hard as I could, it was insane.
Yeah,
it was. I used to try to break their pelvis. It was nuts. It was like not violent. I just mean you were like, the harder I fuck, the better it is.
Right, that was kind
When
of
you're
the message
young, you
for a
thought,
while.
yeah, I want to fuck this shit. Like when you're 20, you think like, if you don't fuck hard, you're a pussy.
Also, can I just say one more thing? There's this woman who's working with this theory, and she's on TikTok, but basically it's if guys were to really fuck according to what felt good for them instead of what they viewed in porn or what the standards that they've learned, it would look very different. If they were really, she calls it a poking pandemic, where they've just learned that thrust, poke, but it's actually more pleasurable if there was a more scooting motion. Like if you were to see a guy right when he's coming, he's not poking. He's scooting. It changes. And that's why I get a kick. I love to watch dudes come without their heads. I don't want to see their faces.
Yeah, gross.
But like on porn and stuff, I like the way the movement changes when they're coming.
The moment they come.
It's different from the poke.
Well, yeah, you're right. That's why like when she's on the belly from behind is one of my favorites. I think a lot of guys, it's one of their favorites. Like if you lie flat.
Yes.
Because
Prison
it is
style.
a scooping. It's a scooping motion.
Scooping.
Carlos, no. Isn't that one of your favorites? Like doggy style is great, but you laying down on your stomach and we're on top of you from behind, that's a scoop. That's a scoop motion for sure. That'll get me to fucking...
Carlos, show us on Khalyla.
Here. You know what? Can you show me what this one guy did to me? You're going to do prison style, but you're not going to lay on top of me. You're actually going to straddle me like a horse.
Get over here.
I'm going to be face down, slightly ass up, but only slightly.
How funny. Pete's like, I don't ever get to demonstrate on this show. They make me just run the boards.
Okay. So
Yes.
straddle me.
Yeah, straddle.
Yeah.
Is the cameras catching this?
No, straddle.
The
like
wide.
this, yeah?
Good.
Scoot
And so your dick
Scoot
is
towards
like
me.
this,
Scoot towards me.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one
And
I'm...
then you're putting your dick in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Scoot.
Yeah, I know.
Scoot, Carlo.
I'm gonna have sex with her right now.
Yeah.
So illegal.
No, this is legal. You're both consenting adults.
Yeah, but like.
This is the position I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And by the way,
I've done that.
that's my favorite position. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
That's
like
the
that
one.
one.
Wait,
Scooting.
how did you know how to tell him what to do?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Wait, so you...
She's been scooted before.
I've been scooted so many times.
Okay, I'm like learning how to have...
Wait a minute. Have you
Bobby's-
never fucked in that position?
I've never had sex.
Carlos.
Cut it out right now.
gentleman.
Have you never fucked like that?
I don't think that's not really
Holy shit, that's one of my favorites.
it
You guys don't
feels-
fuck like that? Dave!
that's
Hold
like
on. Dave, where's my camera? Dave, this one, you gotta scoot it, buddy. You gotta flip her over, let her be on her stomach, and you gotta scoot. By the way, you do know why that's really effective for both parties.
They don't have to look at each other.
That's exactly it. There's no eye contact. You can look down at the pillow, you can
Right.
fantasize it's somebody else bumping you.
It's true.
And then from the back, every girl looks innocuous. Every
It all
girl's
looks
back
the
in their
same.
head and
Well-
back.
That's the best one. The one that I just did with
That
Khalyla.
scoot's my favorite.
Is that yours?
And
too?
also, the wider you can spread your legs,
Oh, I know.
you know.
So
you gotta get scooted, dude.
basically, it's like this, Esther. If I want a guy to like finish me off, even when he's already like come from that position, I stay in that position and I make him like finger me from that
Yep.
position.
Why?
Oh, I've done that, and they were like weirded out.
Well, you know what? You're not with that girl anymore. That's why.
right.
She didn't know what she was doing.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Why?
It's kind of like I get to bury my face down,
Yep.
check out. Who gives a fuck who's behind me? I get to focus on the sensation without worrying about my face.
This makes perfect sense.
Like-
Also, sometimes when I'm in scoot position, I'll put one arm to the side and then I'll wrap one around to play with your button.
That's you have long arms.
I
I
know.
tried this with Bobby, it doesn't work.
If
He
you don't
gets
have
to
long
like
arms,
my
it's
tit. There's no wrap around there.
But I'll give a word to the wise. If you do have long stems and you're trying to if you're trying to hit the button, you might fall. Your arm sometimes can fall asleep because the hip pressure on your arm hurts a little bit. So you've got to really scoot underneath to have all the weight on your forearm instead of on your wrist, because your wrist will fall asleep.
And again, guys, this only works if there's a height disparity, like tall guy, short girl.
That's right.
I can promise you it doesn't work.
Other
when
way
you have
around does
tall
not
girl,
work.
short guy.
No.
Do you teach these things? Like, I feel like you could...
We're doing it right now.
Okay.
No, I'm serious though. As you get older, the stuff you learn about, particularly if you have a partner that you can just be honest with about like what you like
Right.
and don't like, it just grows the thing where you're like, oh, great, we don't have to fuck that way because neither of us like that way. So then you check
Yeah.
out the thing that you don't like. You're like, no, we don't. Great, because I didn't know if you liked fucking like that because it's not my favorite. And then they go, no, I didn't like that, and you're like, great, so we can cross it off.
Remember the pressure of being younger and having to get through all the positions?
So insane, right? You in your
It's like
head
no
would
one
be
came.
like,
No one would come.
no, because you're thinking, you're like, all right, I have to do this for another minute, and then we'll have to flip into
my
a
God.
side.
And then the way I flip her has to be this way
Right.
and very like choreographed, or else she might get the ick.
Right.
If I stumble.
It is true. You used to be conscious of what you looked like having sex when you're
Right.
young. You thought there was a camera recording you, and you were like, they'll see me looking stupid. So you were always nervous about how you fuck. Then you get older and there's queefs and there's farts and it's sloppy.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's way hotter when you don't think about it. You can throw a limb, you can get hit in the face and it doesn't ruin the moment. You know what I mean? It's fine. You just keep rolling.
I find that this is all like a positive advertisement for having sex with someone that you know and are comfortable with. Am I crazy?
No,
that's
I
a
mean, well, that
takeaway?
helps. It certainly helps because then you can be honest and just go.
Yeah.
Well, you could just be anything, right? Like, I think that ultimately that is the best sex you'll ever have, is if there is just no judgment.
Yeah.
All, everything is just open communication. Like, there's just no shame involved. It's like, that's why, like, I'm fine with queefing. In fact, queefing has started to feel good. I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
People did not like it. It was not well received. But it's like, that is just part of it all. When I was younger, I used to care so much. I'm like, I cannot be face down, completely ass up, because that will then create the queef if he pulls out too far back and puts it back in. And so I would always kind of tuck like a hyena. And I don't want to do the hyena anymore.
No.
I just want to be free and queef.
You should be free. Let that shit fly. The truth about what you said is, yes, the fun stuff about fucking a stranger, when you have those moments in life, that fun wears off when you kind of can't be completely what you want. So then when you are fucking someone that you know, that you're familiar with, you don't feel. That's why people go back to old fucks. That's why we fuck our exes. Because you're like, dude, they know how I fuck and I like how they fuck me. And even though you don't like the person, you're like, I know, but the fuck is fun. And they're familiar and it's a normal fuck that I'm used to.
Right.
Like, I went back to that cockroach guy.
Everybody goes back to he says that. You're like, I'm never fucking you again. He's like, everybody goes back to the cockroach guy.
Because he was the first guy that I met that really just with his whole chest, like he would eat ass, like with his whole being. And
boy.
he really, so that's something that was like,
what?
Have you ever had your ass eaten?
Of course.
All right, relax.
but there's ass eating that's like more like clinical.
Like this?
Yeah, there was just like, he's like,
I've had my ass eaten by all your heroes.
Seriously?
Just cut that out.
All right. No, leave that in. Leave that in.
Leave it in.
Leave that in.
So yeah, I went back to cockroach guy maybe once or twice because he just was very like, he had a voracious ass eater. And I was like, oh, this guy, I don't have to worry about,
Yeah.
he
He knows
just-
what he's doing.
But also he just liked everything about me, so I didn't have to worry about my nipple hairs, nothing. It was
Where's
just
cockroach guy now?
Australia.
That's where he belongs. For some reason, it makes sense.
That's so true.
But think about it. I thought Australians are used to pretty venomous things and scary animals and living adjacent to them. So
Yeah.
imagine my surprise when he couldn't handle a cockroach.
Yeah, that's some bitch shit. It's not that big of a deal, dude. Please, our first studio that we had for the podcast had cockroaches crawling all over it. It was so gross.
By the way, I'm terrified of cockroaches.
Oh, it doesn't bother me. For some reason, they don't bother me at all. You know what annoys me lately is those big green beetles that fly around LA.
The
You know
June bugs?
The June bugs. Oh, I don't.
the, like,
I'm not scared of them, but
metallic
they annoy the shit out of me because they're slow, and I don't want to kill them.
They're sweet. And
But
you
they
can tie a string to
they're like,
them and then you can...
and they hover around. I think they're dumb.
No, well, you can. That's why people turn them into pets. You could tie a string to them.
I know,
and-
but- and
well, don't do that, guys. We don't do that anymore. But when we were kids,
But if you do, send in the video because we would like to play it on the
Tag
show.
us.
Yeah, tag us, please. Donut.
Are you scared of any bugs, like spiders or anything?
Fucking once I moved to California. I mean, we had bugs growing up that weren't like nothing was a big deal in Chicago. But
I
like black
totally
widows are here. Brown
yeah.
fucking recluse are out here. I'm like, what?
That's
You
true.
can die?
Yeah.
I was in a writer's room. I won't mention her name, but a girl got bit and almost lost her fucking hand.
yeah, brown recluses are.
And she had no
gnarly.
idea. She literally didn't come for the second week. We thought she was like sick she had told people, but got bit, thought it was just a bug bite. The next day, her hand was like all black and blue, swollen, fucked up. She had to go to the doctor and they said they were like, if you waited, you might have lost your hand because it fucked up the circulation. Do you know, are you smiling? Do you know who it is?
No, I don't.
okay.
I'm just laughing.
No, but
at
it was
that story.
But it was insane. I was like, So spiders, I'm not scared of them, but I'm mentally haunted by. I'm like, I don't want to get bit in the middle of the night and fucking. That fucks me up.
Yeah.
That grosses me out about cow. So I have the spider guy come spray the house.
I love the
I
spiders.
know,
I love.
but that's a bummer because they kill all the other bullshit. But I just don't want to get. We have black widows. out of
do
my furniture back on the deck chairs.
Patios. Oh, that's exactly where I have them. So right in the pool, like the chaise lounge.
Chaise lounge.
Chaise lounge.
That's where they hang out, underneath those things.
You always see their webs, and you can always tell if it's a black widow because they cast low webs.
Yeah.
So high spiders usually non-venomous, low spiders are venomous.
Look at that little fucking. I mean, even the red crown on it is so creepy to me.
Yeah.
Like it just tells you, it's like I
like a
will kill.
villain.
Yes, it is. It's like a fucking Marvel villain. Donut, are you a Sprinkles? What kind of donut would Donut be?
I always think of her as a munchkin from Dunkin' Donuts.
100%.
Yeah, donut holes. Yeah.
But what are we
Perfect.
talking? Obviously, just the original.
I think a cinnamon dusted. No.
But her coat would argue she's original.
Yeah, you're
She's just
glazed.
your original glazed. What kind of donuts would you guys be if you were donuts?
This is just one of those questions that I just need like 3 days to think about.
I'm an old fashioned.
Oh,
An
lucky! That's so
old-fashioned?
good.
My favorite chocolate. They're chocolate glazed and it's cake donut because I like cake donuts. I've always loved cake, and my grandmother used to smoke cigarettes and eat old fashions and drink coffee, and it was like embedded in my mind that I am an old fashioned.
That's cool.
That's my donut.
It's not that I think I am this donut. It's I would like to be this donut.
I was just gonna say, I wish I was an apple fritter, but I know I'm not.
You're not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. What's yours?
Can you pull up?
I love you.
Can you pull
Thank
up
you.
a poi poi donut from Lily Haas?
Holy shit! It's so specific. I was a genre. You're a.
That one, and it's mochi inside.
Oh wow.
So it's a mochi donut. Have you
Wow.
ever seen those?
You
No.
are that. Of course, you're that.
Go to the picture of it's opened.
Yeah.
The picture below
With the
it.
purple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is
Oh,
what I would
wow.
like to be
Crazy.
because it looks pretty not exciting from up top,
Right.
but when you
When you
take
get
a
inside that
bite,
thing.
there's a lot more going on. So I think I want to be that.
You are
I think
that.
Yeah.
Esther, I think you're a long john.
Oh.
What's a long john?
No, you're not at all. It's just a.
No.
That's Esther. No, Esther's a bear claw. No. These are all the things she absolutely is not.
No. Chocolate sprinkles.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
I just don't think you are, babe. We haven't found it
Glaze,
yet.
regular glaze.
No, I'm sorry. That's not you either. You're something obscure because you are unique, which is good.
Okay.
Oh, you're filled. You're definitely cream filled. I'm so sorry, but you are.
Carlos, what are you?
You know what he is? Chocolate. He's a triple chocolate donut.
Fuck.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
he
a
is,
good one.
without a
Just
doubt.
like what the addict would get.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I went for the most extreme. It's like the most rich, dense, sweet, over the top, where you can have one bite and you're like, holy fuck, but you know you're gonna finish it because you need it, don't you?
Yeah.
Just like an addict.
Yeah.
You're gonna finish it. I shouldn't have all of this. I'm gonna. And Pete,
Bear claw.
he's a bear claw.
you're a
That's
bear
a
claw.
fucking fact.
Yeah.
We haven't found yours, but I do know you're jelly filled. Because jelly donuts, yeah, that's Pete. Oh my God, is that fucking, that is,
Pete.
look, it's Pete.
Can we do a side by side? I bet we wouldn't know the difference.
Wait, go back to a jelly. Oh, there you go. Donut glossary. Zoom in. Maybe we can find you
Yeah.
in this, Esther. Oh, maybe you're like a nut. Are you a nut sprinkled donut?
No, that's so
no, I'm not
mean.
into that.
All right, relax. Oh, cinnamon twist.
Cinnamon
You're okay. I think you're
twist.
closer to something like that. You're I don't know.
Jelly
Jelly
donut.
filled keeps coming back
Yeah,
to me.
jelly. I think you might be a jelly donut.
Okay, fine.
You know why? Because jelly donuts look like the other donuts, but they're much more harmful on the inside. Like they're way worse for you. Yeah, that's you. That's you. You're a bad party animal.
Andrew, thank you so much for joining us.
I had so
today.
much fun. I loved it. I'm glad I got
learned
to
a
come on the
lot.
show.
Back anytime. I feel like
I should just be. You know what? I should just come back on the show more.
Yeah.
I like this show. You guys are great. I'll tell your fans if anybody wants to come see me. I'm about to shoot my special, and then I'm done touring for a while.
Where? When?
Denver, September 24th, at the Paramount Theater. The first show's almost all totally sold out. The second show has some seats left, but I'm warming up in Salt Lake City, September 9 and 10. Brea, I'm doing a Southern California, Brea.
Wait, don't you and Bobby have a show in New York as well?
We've got 2 shows in New York, but they sold out within
okay.
like 6 minutes. It was crazy. It was actually nuts. Like we crashed the Ticketmaster site.
That's awesome.
It was
Oh my
fucking
God, that's
insane.
like when Kylie launched lip kits.
Same. No, it's super small. The Gramercy's small. It's only a couple hundred seats. So we did 2 shows.
It's 500. I know how big it is.
Okay. Well, they're sold out. They're gone. So that one's gone. And then I do Brea, Minneapolis, Madison, Wisconsin, and then I'm done. Then Denver on the 24th. Me and Bob are trying to do a Bad Friends tour. And these kids are going to come along for the ride. Hopefully, if our agents don't fuck it up, whatever. But come see me if you're in Denver, September 24th. And then I'll come back on here soon.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.